Hey everybody. So, I had a dream the other night I want to tell you about, and it's very interesting. I really liked the dream. It was scary, but from what God was telling me and how I felt in the dream, I really kind of fell in love with this dream. And it made me feel good later thinking about it when I woke up. But so anyways, I had a dream that I'm in this house and talking to my sister and her husband, and we're talking, and I turn around, I go over to the sink and I start washing my hands, and right above the sink is this big window. So as I'm washing my hands, I look out the window and I see trees and a blue sky, bright blue sky in the very background of the trees, and I'm just kind of daydreaming, and all of a sudden on the left side of these trees in the very distance, in the horizon, I seen this big huge fireball come down, and it disappeared into the horizon. I was like, wow, awesome. I've seen a shooting star, but that's kind of strange that I'm able to see this shooting star in the morning. And it was a big one, it was huge. And then right after I thought that, right here, right directly across from it on the right side, another one came down right into the horizon. I was like, wow, what are the odds of that? 2 shooting stars. That is great. That is awesome. And then all of a sudden more started coming. Another one and another one. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of them at the same time started coming. And I'm like, okay, well, this is not right. There's obviously something wrong. So I turn around and I run out the front door. And for some reason, my house is on a beach, or the house that I was in was on a beach. But that's besides the point. I look up, and oh my God, we are being invaded by terrorists. And I remember thinking, oh my God, it's like it's war. We're at war, but it's in the sky, and all I see is planes and stuff shooting at all of us. I mean, thousands and thousands of these planes just shooting at us, and all you see is the fireballs just coming from these planes, like you would like a bullet, but way like the fire is so much bigger, and it's shooting everywhere, and it's coming from every direction, and they're taking people out on the ground. And I remember I seen my 2 little boys out there, but in my dream it was strange. In my dream I knew them as my brothers. They were my little brothers. I knew I had a family somewhere. I knew I had kids. I knew I had a husband. I didn't know in my dream my kids I didn't have a face to. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't know their names or anything, but I knew in my mind that I had a family somewhere. And I didn't know who my husband was. I don't think I did, but I might have. But I remember thinking, well, my husband is taking care of my kids wherever they're at. I know he is. So I got to take care of my 2 little brothers. And my son, Sean Paul, he has some Spider-Man jammies, like he really does. And that's how I recognized him also, as his Spider-Man jammies. But I still knew him as my brother. So I grab up my kids, which I thought was my brothers in my dream, I knew as, and I put my arms around them. I curl us up in a ball, and I put a mattress over us. But as I'm looking, as I'm trying to cover my kids, I'm looking out the window and I see people just laying there on the ground, alive, just laying there, and like they're enjoying, like they are watching a show go on. It's not affecting them at all. They're just sitting back and watching. And I remember thinking, well, before, I remember thinking that was weird. I didn't understand what was going on. But before I was grabbing my kids, which were my brothers, I started praying for myself. I was like, oh, please, God, forgive me for my sins. But then all of a sudden, this was the part that I really loved, and it still sticks with me. I remember thinking, I don't have time to pray for myself. I need to pray for everybody around me. I need to pray for every single person that on this earth. And I started trying to name people off by names and names. I mean, I'm trying to think of everybody's name, and I'm like trying to think of even people I don't even know. I'm like, please, God, forgive them for this. Please forgive this person for this sin, or for all their sins, and please forgive this one for all their sins. Please just forgive them. Please just forgive them. And I just kept going on and on about, and then I was, just like, please, God, forgive everybody. Please forgive them. And I was scared for everyone's soul. And you know what? That is what I have always wanted. And after I covered all of us up, I woke up. But when I woke up, I was happy. I wasn't really scared about the whole being invaded thing. Whether that really happens or not, I don't know. But the part that made me happy was, in my dream, I wasn't selfish. And though I started praying for myself first, I automatically, that quickly knew and felt that I don't have time to pray for myself. I need to pray for everyone else. Not that I'm saved or anything, but I wanted to pray for everybody. I didn't care about me. I just wanted to pray for everybody else. And when I say everybody, I was talking about the whole world. And I was scared for everybody. And you know what, to be honest, in real life, I don't think I really felt like that. Yeah, there's people that I've, been scared for. That I pray for, but I've never really felt like the whole world. Never felt scared for the whole world. Now that sounds horrible. But that was I think I felt like that dream was a gift from God. Because when it comes down to it, you really don't want to see. You really don't want to see someone or know that someone is burning in hell. That's sad to know. That's sad to think about, because there's people that's going to. Whether hell is you really do burn, or whatever hell is. I don't know. But to be honest, I don't want to know. And I don't want other people to know. I'm scared for people now. Scared for other souls. More souls than I was before that dream. Even if you don't like that person, somebody, still pray for them. Because whether you like it or not, that's your brother or your sister. Just like in my dream, my kids weren't my kids. They were my brothers. And that's another thing God was trying to tell me in my dream. I know it. God was trying to let me know that we're all brothers and sisters. Just because they're your kids here in this life, or your mom, or your dad, or your aunt, or your uncle, or just a friend, or a neighbor, someone you don't know. People on the other side of the world, you just, just because you don't know them or you know them as a certain way here, they're all your brothers and your sisters. And that's what God was trying to tell me. I had absolutely, in my dream, I never in one time ever looked at my kids and thought that they were my kids and knew them as my kids. Like, looking at them, that never crossed my mind in my dream. And I remember that dream clearly. I felt them. I knew them, and I felt them as my brothers. And God let me. The reason my little boy was wearing those Spider-Man jammies, because in my dream, when I woke up, he wanted me to recognize it in my dream, the Spider-Man jammies, but it didn't click with the whole him being my son in real life. He was my brother in my dream, but they caught my eye. For some reason, I knew that they were familiar. And I think, I don't know. Anyways, just pray for everybody. It's not a waste of time. Pray for everyone's soul. Just like you'd want somebody to pray for your soul. I need people to pray for my soul, because I'm still scared I'm not gonna make it. I pray and hope. I have hope that I will, but I've been going through that downtime, and it's horrible. I just can't wait to get out of it. I'm trying to get out of it. So if you can, I hate asking people to pray for me, because they can spend time praying for other people or what, but you guys can throw a prayer out there for me. I'd appreciate it. And I'll pray for all of you, I promise. I'm gonna let you go before my time runs out. But I love you all. And don't stop praying. You never know when he's gonna be here. I love you all, and God bless.